Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for May 17, 2024, the Reviewing LIBOR Prosecutions edition. And we begin with that story from the Financial Times, which reports that the UK Serious Fraud Office is reviewing its LIBOR prosecutions, including the convictions of former UBS and Citigroup trader Tom Hayes, after problems with the agency's disclosure software forced it to revisit old cases. The prosecutor is examining convictions from its investigation into the bid rigging of key interest rates benchmark to assess whether documents were missed in the disclosure exercise. There are more than a dozen cases, so the re-examination will take some time, and it will be yet another huge black eye to the SFO. Next up from the Wall Street Journal technology section, Meta is facing a EU probe over Facebook and Instagram child protection policies. The EU Commission, EU's executive body, said Thursday that it is opening formal probes into Facebook and Instagram, including their use of algorithms, which officials said may stimulate addictive behavior in children. Investigators will also look at so-called rabbit hole effects, where a user is inundated with similar content, as well as platforms' age verification tools and privacy settings for minors. Meta didn't immediately respond to questions for comment. Next up from the New York Times, in a troubling story, FIFA is going to roll back the robbery anti-corruption initiatives it made after its massive corruption scandal from 2015. In the bullet points, the FIFA has said that it will roll back many of these because they want to go to a different governance model. Well, if your different governance model is corruption, FIFA is going to be back in the same old place as it was before. And our final story comes to us from Germany, from Bloomberg, which reports that German authorities have launched an investigation into a member of parliament for the far-right Alternative for Germany party suspected of corruption and money laundering. The German investigators confirmed that the target of the probe has denied allegations he took cash from a Czech-based pro-Russian media outlet. Obviously, this is going to become more important in the West as Russia is literally flooding the West with bribery to get its story across. You can look at that here in the U.S. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.